What can you do at home if the archwire has come out of the last bracket in the mouth? This is really a very common occurrence, particularly at the beginning of orthodontic therapy, when very light wires are used so that the wire can bend around and engage in all of the teeth. Frequently, when you bite into things, the wires bend, these light wires bend, and as they bend, they shorten. And this helps encourage them to come out of the last bracket, which is usually a tube on one of the molar teeth. And once the archwires come out of the bracket, it can poke around and dig into you. This can be exacerbated by the fact that as the teeth straighten up, the distance the wire has to travel between the teeth decreases. And since the wire doesn't magically shorten between visits, it appears to lengthen out of the back of the bracket, the last bracket, or the tube as it often is. Now, when that sticks out, it can cause a lot of irritation, particularly in the cheek, and the cheeks can really look quite unhappy, red and raw, causing sort of ulceration. Now, if you're really clever, you could take a pair of tweezers, bend that back as we describe here in this image, and pop it into the tube. Now, there may be more than one hole, and often people use big round tubes to place headgear, and these are often standardized on the brackets even if you're not using headgear, and that's not the hole you want to get the archwire into. Now, if it's too difficult to do that, which may often be the scenario, what I would recommend is you place the wire over the top of the bracket, so in the upper over the top, in the lower below the bracket or below the hook that comes with the bracket. So it's tucked down out of the way, and then you can place some orthodontic wax, a little ball of orthodontic wax, down on top of it to keep it in place, or failing that, a little bit of chewing gum, so that it holds that wire in there and the wire's not bouncing around causing problems and causing that really quite nasty ulceration on the cheek. And again, this can save you an additional trip back to see your orthodontist if the archwire is kept in approximately parallel position underneath that hook or above the hook in the upper arch, that it can be more or less replaced without any detriment or any back steps within the orthodontic treatment.